What is up? What is up? What is up, man? You already know what the fuck is going on. It's cold to the motherfucker, man. Anyway, man, what is going on? What is going on? We are back, black in the building. Better be black. God damn. But anyway, man, what is going on? What is going on? You already know I'm gonna hit y'all with it today. Did Jesus come back? Oh, damn. He didn't come back? And y'all been doing all this and all this bullshit. And the white supremacists is still going oops upside our motherfucking head. And motherfucker want to be sitting up here talking about and I was like, hey, hold on, nigga. I gotta go to the court plantation and battle with these white supremacists. Man. But he didn't come back. God damn. And all y'all niggas been singing in the choir and teaching Sunday school. I bet you this nigga right now thinking that he better than the next nigga because he taught Sunday school. Get the fuck out of here, goofy ass nigga. You better go study and learn Ifa, the real religion. Voodoo and voodoo. You better go learn that. Santeria, you better go learn the real religions and stop learning this motherfucking and all this bullshit. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's out there. I'm trying not to laugh. Shout out to everybody out there. If you are at Sunday school, I'm not tripping. Just as long as when you get out of Sunday school, go read you Dr. Francis Cresswell Sings The ISIS Paper. Go read that book. Go read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Please go read those things because what I'm about to talk about today is the reason why it is imperative that we study Dr. Claude Anderson. Because we're going to get into it today. Excuse me. Shout out to everybody out there that is at the corporate plantation. If you're there, man, I fuck with you. Man. And when you at that corporate plantation, sometimes think, hey, man, I'm going to this church and I'm speaking in tongue and I'm praying and I'm paying my tithes and I'm doing all this other shit. But the system of racism, white supremacy is not getting any better. What is it that I can do besides go to church and speak in tongues that can help me with the system of racism, white supremacy? And then I want you to turn on my podcast and I'm going to refer you to Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. I'm going to refer you to Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. And I'm going to refer you to a plethora of books. Like, let me tell you something. And doing all this other shit, that's not going to stop this. See, this is a system of racism, white supremacy. Speaking in tongues ain't going to get you no goddamn where. You go tell the KKK, and they going to be like, man, kill this nigga. This nigga done lost their motherfucking mind. So I don't want to hear that shit. But anyway, yeah, right now I am drinking my Egyptian licorice tea right now in the morning, man. It's been a little bit of, it's starting to get cold out there. Shit, but anyway, we're going to get into it today. We got a lot of stuff to discuss, so let's get into it. Man. Oh, tell me what's going on, cuzzo. Man, did y'all see? First of all, goddamn, Tyrone Woodley and Jake Paul. Jake Paul's the new Rocky Marciano. Cause you know the motherfucking mob used to fix fights for Rocky Marciano. Great white hype. I want to see Jake Paul go fight Mike Tyson and see what the fuck happens. Mike Tyson gonna knock his ass out. These motherfucking niggas is taking dives to get paid. They need to stop that shit. But anyway, man, there's a lot going on. It's a lot to discuss. Did y'all see our brother Charlemagne the God? You know, sometimes I'm critical of some of the things that he say because I feel like it's going to be used against us. You know, that's all. I just feel like sometimes, you know, we're pushing our agenda, but then they take our agenda and flip it into something else, especially with that mental health shit. Now, Charlemagne the God and them have been pro Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, and if you don't vote for me, I'm not black. He said, hey, so who's the president? That bitch starts snapping on his ass and treating him like some nigga off the street. Some shit she would never do to white folk. But y'all thought Kamala Harris was y'all friend. How many of y'all women out here talking about she an AKA? AKA, no. She identifies as an Indian. an Asian American. She does not identify as a black person until it's convenient for black folk. Licorice Egyptian tea. That's what I'm drinking right here. Go look it up. Egyptian licorice tea is very, very good for you. So I have licorice Egyptian tea. I got mullein tea. I have moringa tea. I got sour sop tea. I got anise tea. I got a lot of those things. So, you got to get your tea game up with your sea moss and your elderberry syrup and all that other stuff, man. Because I feel like they putting shit in the air. But that's a whole nother subject. Yeah, she starts snapping on Charlamagne the God. Did y'all see that? Excuse me, but let me tell you this. Why do y'all think anything different? Remember, I always told y'all, keep that same energy with the dominant white society. So my question to Kamala Harris, keep that same energy with the dominant white society who has all these racist agendas against foundational black Americans. Keep that same energy. And in the interview, you're going to see a lot of the shit that she's saying. I'm going to play it, and I want y'all to hear, because it was on CNN. They caught the right stuff. He asked her a multitude of questions, but there's one question. Oh, she snapped on his ass and pointed her finger and all this other shit, because that's what they do to us. See, they get in the room with us, and they get to racial showcase confused and start talking crazy to us because they're allowed to. Now, if that bitch was to start talking crazy to a white person, they would call her aggressive and all this other shit, and she'd come out and make an apology. But since she did that shit to Charlamagne, a nigga, she not gonna apologize, and that's what y'all niggas get for voting for the funky bitch. I told y'all niggas, these motherfuckers ain't shit, and they ain't gonna do shit. That's why Joe Biden's approval rating is 20%. That's why. And that's why when it comes time to vote, you're gonna see these same white people parade these black people around to get these black people to get us to vote for them. And black people are awakening every day. See, black people are not taking the blue pill smoothie. We're taking the red pill. By the way, you better go check out the new Matrix. And go get you a book about the Merovingians. Go get you a book about that. That's history. But I'm going to play this interview. And not the whole interview. It's a clip of it on CNN. And I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see how she got growling with Charlamagne. Oh, she went in on that nigga. Some shit she would never say to a white person. And I know she wouldn't. She wouldn't. She would not say that to no white person. But we need to understand, in this system, Kamala Harris and all the rest of these mammies and coons and sambos want you to vote because they get trinkets and toys and accoutrements for getting us to do the sucker shit. That's why you always be opposition. Like, well, why? Here we go.
To a question that, to say, watching this and seem to be personally offended by it, how did that go? Tell us about it.
Right. You definitely saw at least a...
See, they cheering her on because CNN is a Democratic station, a Democratic channel. Y'all need to understand that. And then Fox is the opposition. But they both full of shit. They both don't like niggas. It's just one gonna tell you they don't like niggas, and the other one will use niggas as a shit. Don't give a fuck. Mammy Harris, she's a fucking mammy. She don't give a fuck. You ain't even seen this bitch since she became the vice president. Where has she been? What the fuck is going on? You still got all these killings and all this shit going on, and then they showed the mic in Joe Biden's face, and like, he don't know where the fuck he at. Where am I at? Oh, okay, yeah. The police did a good job. Like, nigga, what? No, trust me. And Joe Biden reminds me of your local vice president director at all these cold white racist motherfucker who don't give a fuck about no niggas, and they'll parade one nigga around that will allow himself to become the goddamn bastardized version of a good working black person. Because that's what they'd be like. I'll do everything. Shit, I'll sacrifice everything, my hours, my life, my time, my everything, just because I want a pat on the head. I want you to think I'm a good worker. Man, fuck all that sucker shit.
Flash of intensity there when she was asked about the relationship and so on with West Virginia Senator who has been holding up a lot of the Biden agenda up on Capitol Hill. So let's just listen to it and talk more about it.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe?
So Charlamagne asked her, "Who's the real president of the country?"
Mention of Joe Biden, Madam Vice President.
Come on, Charlamagne.
Come
on, it's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden, and don't start talking like a Republican.
See, that's the deflection. Why is it when we are oppositional of the Democratic Party, we're a Republican? Can't be oppositional or contrarian. No, they want to frame this picture like, oh, you talking like a Republican now. No, I'm not talking like a Republican because actually I'm not a Republican. I'm just questioning who is making the decisions. Is it this motherfucker or is it the person that's supposed to be the president? Because every time, and he ain't said shit about no black folk, but y'all did an Asian hate crime bill. But y'all gave us Juneteenth. Oh, my bad, I mean Juneteenth, which don't mean a motherfucking thing. Fuck a goddamn Juneteenth. See, we got to get out of the frame of mind of that's like this. That's like, how would you feel if your parents, your mom and dad was like, we're gonna give your cousin a brand new car, but you give my cousin a car and give me a bus pass. Give that motherfucker the bus pass and give me the car. And that's exactly what they doing. Oh, if you don't vote for me, then you not black. Okay, well, we voted for you. What, nigga? I need the yams. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Where's the reparations? Where's all the shit for black folks? Where's all the earmarked programs for us? And I'm not talking about for Africans and niggas that are not foundationally from here. I'm talking about foundational black Americans. I'm not talking about immigrants. And I'm tired of hearing these clown-ass, suck-ass stories from all these immigrants. I watched on this one show, I forgot what it was. It was an Italian family. And the bitch and the bitch's husband, this motherfucker was an immigrant and was doing wire fraud and fucking mortgage fraud and all this sucker shit. And then after it all came out, they like, you're not even so get the fuck up out of here. And it's like they should have deported that bitch too. And then the same family talking about, oh, my family came here with a quarter in their pocket and they built this empire. Well, why don't you just stay where the fuck you was at? Why did you come to the United States of America? As Dr. Claude Anderson would say, you came to the United States of America for unearned benefits. You didn't build this country and you came here to get some shit that you don't deserve. So why don't you I'm tired of, I don't care who you are. You could be Italian, Irish, that don't give a fuck. You don't belong here if you didn't build this shit. Because I can't go to Italy and get to talking shit about the Italians and then think I'm going to get some resources from Italy. They going to be like, let's get this fucking Moulignon the fuck up out of here. That's what they going to tell me. But only here in the United States of America, motherfucker come here and commit wire fraud, mortgage fraud, and all this sucking shit. And then motherfucker be like, oh yeah, by the way, you an immigrant. Well, what the fuck is this bitch ass doing out here anyway? So I don't want to hear that shit. And I don't want to hear this shit about, oh, you speaking like a Republican. Kamala Harris is a fucking mammy. That's what she is. She's a goddamn mammy. And if y'all don't wake up, y'all gonna be mammies and Sambos too.
About asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden. And I'm vice president. And my name is Kamala Harris.
Charlamagne the God. There we go, Charlamagne the God. And what's really interesting, I think, is that there's history here between these two people. He's interviewed the vice president before, and we haven't seen that level of intensity. There's a lot of frustration, as you know, Jim, going around in Washington, D.C.
Let's rewind it, because I want y'all to hear something.
When she was asked about the relationship and so on with West Virginia Senator who has been holding up a lot of the Biden agenda up on Capitol Hill. So let's just listen to it and talk more about it.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
Come
on, it's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden, and don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president. My name is Kamala Harris.
Charlamagne the God. There we go, Charlamagne the God. And what's really interesting.
Don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
And it's Joe Biden. And I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. Whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
And it's Joe Biden. And I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
There you go, Charlemagne the God. And what's really interesting, I think, is
my little Manny.
I had to get the music for her, y'all, man. Did y'all hear? And it's Joe Biden, and it's Joe Biden, and I'm Kamala Harris, and it's Joe Biden. Let's play this one more time, man. I gotta play it one more time. Listen to this bitch.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden, and don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
And it's Joe Biden.
How many times you gonna say, and it's Joe Biden, 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 and it's Joe Biden. What the fuck? And it's Joe Biden, and it's Joe Biden. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Biden. And I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
It is?
There you go, Charlemagne the God. And what's really interesting, I think.
Oh, wait, hold on. We're going to play it again. Oh, man, hold on. We're going to play it again. Hold on.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden.
It's Joe Biden. And it's Ricka. Joe Biden. Who is it? And it's Joe Biden. Who is it? Joe Biden. Did she sound like a church song? Was his name? Joe Biden was his name. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
Whatever name. What else is your name? We knew that already. Oh, man. Let me cut the music back on, man. Fuck that bitch. Oh, man. Y'all niggas, man. That's who y'all niggas voted for. That's why I had to get the music. Shawnee, man, feeling the building, stand up. You already know what the fuck it is, man. Let me tell you something. If y'all niggas don't watch how these motherfuckers will coon and Mammy and Sambo for the dominant society, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man. I think the shit is funny at this point. Because it's like, well, what do y'all think? If you don't vote your interests, they're going to tell you what your interests are. No, you should know what your interests are. Anytime somebody asks you, well, why you not voting Democrat? Because that's not my interest. Well, what's your interest? My interest is for my people to be liberated and have reparations so they don't have to be dealing with the system of racism and white supremacy, and so we can establish a system of justice. Well, how can we do that? Give us the reparations. You can start off with $20 trillion so black folks don't have to wake up every day and go and deal with the dominant society at these corporate plantations, who then in turn use that corporate plantation to go ahead and exercise their right to perform acts of racism and white supremacy, and then hide behind the moniker of, oh, that's just the policy and procedure. Man, get the fuck out of here. I done seen, like I said, white supervisors at the corporate plantation job do black tar heroin in the damn bathroom and come out sweating like a sweating like a pedophile at a t-ball game, and nobody say anything. They act like ain't shit going on. I done seen dominant society motherfuckers miss thousands of days of work, and then other white folk come around and be like, where's such and such at? It's like, well, that's your employee. You're in charge of that person. Why you act like you don't know where the fuck they at? I done seen motherfuckers steal and just steal money, just do all kinds of shit. And then when they finally get caught, it's like nothing ever happened. This is what the dominant society does. And then when it comes to black folk, we have this moral compass about us where we want to be morally conscious. And I was talking to the homegirl the other day about it, man. One of my other homegirls, cool sister. Me and her chop it up all the time. And I told her, I said, we need to stop having this moral compass when it comes to the core plantation. If we don't put our time in, fuck these motherfuckers. Who give a fuck? Who cares? Because, we get in these departments at these core plantations and we don't want to miss no time and we don't want to do this, we don't do that. We'll put our health at risk for them. So they ain't got shit to say about us. Fuck them. They gonna talk shit anyway. They gonna have something to say anyway. Like I said, I don't, man, look. The majority of the people I done worked around, they've been suspected white supremacists and turned out to be white supremacists. And it don't bother me. That shit's never bothered me anyway. What bothers me is the covert operation behind racism and white supremacy and how everybody likes to maintain the system in private, but in public they want to march, whine, and repeat with you and show you videos of Philando Castile like they really give a fuck, when in actuality they don't. So I don't need you showing me no videos of Philando Castile and talking about, I'm a Democrat. Basically, I'm supposed to ease my pain of racism and white supremacy because you're a Democrat. Democrats don't like niggas either. So Joe Biden don't like niggas. Kamala Harris doesn't even identify as a black person. She identifies as a fucking Asian. And you're like, what do you mean an Asian? Yeah, an Indian. That's it. Asia. Fuck out of here. That bitch drawing that AKA shit so she can move up the ranks. First of all, this bitch is a well-known side bitch in San Francisco. That mayor was married that she was fucking around with to boost her political career. And nobody never brung that shit up. But here we are sitting up here loud, and then she put her finger up and was trying to chastise Charlemagne like he was her kid. I would have been like, all right, Kamala Harris, Madam Vice President, I understand your frustration, but you need to understand we're the ones who elected y'all. So there's a certain duty and respect that you have to have for me asking these questions, because constituents of mine want me to ask these questions because we want to know what's going on. See, he took it light on her because I would have been like, I don't know why you getting attitude with me. Don't look at me, look at TV. Shit, I don't want to hear that shit. But hey, man, like I said, go watch the interview, go do the shit, do what you got to do. And when you watch it, man, watch it objectively and subjectively. Watch it from both angles just to see. And stop defending these goddamn Democrats. And stop thinking that they are not racist and the Republicans are racist. They all racist. Let me tell you something. If the dominant society is in the middle of niggas getting killed, you are part of the system of racism and white supremacy. And I'm tired of motherfucking dominant society people causing niggas to get killed, and then they acting like they ain't do shit wrong. And they acting like they ain't got no fault, and they want to blame it on everybody else. That's why their lives are failures. That's why most people, you look at the dominant society and all these other racial groups, when they sow discord among our people, look at their lives. They're miserable. They amount to nothing, and they are nothing. And I'm quick to tell them, I don't care who you are. If you causing some bullshit and some friction, that's some bullshit. Straight up. But anyway, man, that's my time. You already know what it is. You know what it ain't. Shout out to everybody. No compromise. I fuck with you heavy. Tasha Mariah. Tommy, you already know what it is. I finally got this message, Tasha, that you said you was watching it. You know these motherfuckers. Tasha was like, yeah, man, they didn't even alert me. They not going to alert you when I go live. But it's all good because we here, we doing our thing, and we know what it is. Look, I'm not telling you not to be a black Christian, but what I'm telling you is, why don't you sit back and say, okay, I learned a lot about God, but why is the system of racism and white supremacy still fucking over my people? So this God shit may not be all I need. I might need other tools to help me fight this system of racism and white supremacy. Because you can't go on that job and quote no goddamn Bible scriptures to them dominant white society people. The first thing they're going to tell you is we're not supposed to talk about religion at work. So you're not even going to be able to, so how you going to combat it? You can't eat ashando and blah, 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 blah. You can't do none of that shit at work. So you got to have a different plan, and you need to understand, pick up these books and start reading them. Pick up these books and start reading them. Like, I can't find my book of the untold story of Una Judge. It's here somewhere. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this book. Here it is. Never Caught. Go get this book. Never Caught. Very, very good book. Talks about your girl Martha Washington having 17,500 acres of land. And I'm going to just end it with that. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something, man. Read, study, and understand that you need to question everything. Hey, man, if you're up here defending Kamami Harris talking about, man, you got to get into some time to do their job. You were Sambo Coon telling about the gun line, Haywood Shepard, Stephen from Django. I don't fuck with you. And guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.